Very good evening, everyone. We'll start our presentation sessions. Before moving further, we have an alternate meeting going on. So, please, everyone, raise your hands and we'll go by the order of raised hands. Okay, I can see there are more people here. The last five can join the alternate link. There is an alternate session going on at this moment, alternate presentation session. So you guys can join there as well. Okay. So we'll start our presentation session. First we have Vinay. Please unmute yourself, Vinay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, today I have two presentations, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, watch disable participate screen sharing, sir. Can you
Yes, just a second.
enable the screen share?
Yeah, now you can try again.
No, it's fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, is my screen is visible, sir?
Yeah, your screen is visible. Just a second, let me cross check.
Presentation, sir.
Yeah, let me just cross check this presentation has been scheduled or not. Just a second.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay,
Hello.
Vinay. Yes, Vinay, you can start. It's scheduled and you can start.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay BA. I'm from NIE Mysore. I'm from Python developer group. Acquire presents the task name is understand the trending view scanner and exploring the stock market data. So that contain agenda was what is STA and explore the stock market of data and best trending apps and working flow diagrams and implementation with code and build the STA and futures and last conclusion and references. Then first introduce the stock market. What is stock trending view? Stock trending scanner application. A stock trending application is a computer program or the mobile application that lets people buy and sell the stock on the financial assets in the mobile or computer and any website. By using the stock, you can buy and explore everything, and you can buy and sell the product by using in the mobile application and other stock trending view application. It provides the user with the real-time information and financial market and investment tool to manage their investment. It provides the basically it provides the real-time information, what's going on in industry, what's the value will be present in particular company. That's also is provided in the stock trending view application. So exploring the stock means the stock market is a rich source of data which the wealth information is available in the individual company and broadcast area. This the in basically is too much of data will be involved in the stock market. We can easily fetch and explore, and we can also buy and sell our stocks also. We explore the various type of stock market data and provide the insight into how to interrupt and analyze them in various way. And also it covers the topics such as historical and prices of data and financial statement and market indicators. We will also see the previous data, what are the various value it will be provided in the previous data, then also see the historical data. Then use of artificial intelligence and also machine learning algorithm, we can prepare the stock marketing analysis. Overall, the goal of this presentation is provide the comprehensive overview of the different type of the stock market are available and how they are effective to each and everywhere. These are the best trending apps. First one is Rhymehood. It is Rhymehood is company is the one of the best top trending application. Is belongs to American company and its net worth is 29 million something. And this one is Extreme Financial. It's also the it's under the Morgan company. It's also around 12 million net worth. And this one is Fidelity. You know, all are know the Fidelity is one of the best company to trading. Then working principle. What is working principle? This is a working principle we have. This what are the market value of stock is and amount of loan and equipment amount. Then what is the market value amount? The equation is market value of the stock. It refers the total value of the shares of the company that have been issued and the outstanding amount. This is include the both common and preferred share is known as the market value of the stock. Then the amount of loan. The amount of loan is referred to any debit of the company that has been taken, such as the loan and bonds and other debits. And this is the total amount of the money of the company is holds by the credentials. In this was equal to equity amount. Equity amount is refers as the dollar. In other words, it belongs to the stakeholders. This includes any profit of the company as earned to have not be disturbed to individuals, as well as the capital has been invested in a particular group. This is known as the equipment amount. Then we find out the percentage by using the equipment amount and the account divided by account value and equipment percentage. For example, the company shares, what is the total equipment value is around $1,000, and the two shareholders we will divide the two shareholder means 50%, 50%, 50% to $50 one person, another $50 another person. Then what is the accountable value is 2. Then so this scenario is referred to amount of value. Amount of value amount is owned by the each stakeholder is equal to the total equipment of the value. So this is very simple. And the stock trending app is end user platform which when the stocks are bought and sold. The stock trending application are also about proper way to handle the money and include borrowing and storing and lending and spending and investing, even is protecting the by security. Then the implementation. So by using this first one implementation, import the Y finance to using this statement and import some pandas and numpys and matolab, because it shows the how it will show. Oh, okay. So that's right. Okay, this one is shows the how it will belongs. Sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Vinay.
It's my voice is audible, sir.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. Okay, sir. So this one is import statement, Y finance and YF, and this is a pandas and numpy and matplotlib is used to plot the graph by using this one. And define the stock symbol. It's a Apple symbol. APL means Apple symbol. This is a starting date and ending date, and extract the stock data using the Y finance by using this function. This is the start date and ending date. Refer this statement. We build the graph and calculate the 50 days and 200 days moving the average. Means stock data is MA15, means up to 15 days, and 50 days means below, and average is equal to up to 15 days and 200 days. This will be including in the MA15 and MA200, and calculate the RSI indicator by using this one, and using this one and plot the stock of data. You can see this one is closed basis, means whatever the closest basis is reserved to all stocks are closed, and based on this one, MA 500 and MA 200 graph is plotted. RSI means is rest strength rest strength index, which between the MA 15 and MA 200, it's in one, and it's one of the best view to prefer the user can use the data. Then another one, this one is we can stock the over at a time, means this is also same as this one. See, we can same thing, we can use the pandas and numpy, and we can store the data in this side. We can store the context.apl by using the CSV file. We can store the data and plot the prices, plot the data by using this command, and calculate the moving average by using average divided is equal to what are the closest, what are the highest value divided by closest value. It shows the data, and it calculates the MARCD, means it mean average calculator. It calculate the MAC data, means first one is the stock pricing over time. This one is the whatever the data will be provided in CSV file. It plot the graph based on this one, and this is the stock price and moving average. Based on this one, it will plot, and this the red color is indicate the prices, and blue color indicate the moving average. What are the stocks are provided in this statement? It's calculate the average and every each of the phase. Then moving the MA, it calculate the MA RCD. It indicate the this one is known as the below. This one is indicate the below MARCD. This one is indicate the upper MARCD. By using this one, divide the this is the pure MIRCD. It will the highest MIRCD is 6. It will calculate. So this is the implementation start. After implementation, this is the build the STA. How to build STA? First, we should know initiate the project. What are the first we plan what to be invest in the project and how much we should invest. First one is initiate the project. This next one is define the scope of the project. The next one is get your application is secured, and which platform we use its secure area to use and its secure area to invest. Then next one is design the core future. What are the core future? Because some companies are provide how much you spend, it returns to double. So we can design the core features. And the third one is organize your app to development team. And fourth one is develop the API and implement the core and non-core feature. So last one is testing and delivery maintenance. So these are the features to successful trending the application. So first one, you use this notification bar to check the process is active or not. We can easily throw the notification in every moment. And this is a user profile. We use this one. It is a user profile. We can we can ask any type of the information and what are the transaction we can use. Any data will be easily used. And putting the trades on the stock. What are the, this one is putting the what is the today's stock rate, what is the next day stock rate. This real-time information will be used in this one. And real-time portfolios and deposit, how much we will spend on the stock. And this is the search history, and this is the analyst, and this is the push notification bar. Then conclusion, a stock trending application is a software program or the mobile application that allows the user to buy and sell the stock, provide the real-time access to the market, and managing the portfolios. With the help of this IDE such as Eclipse and DBMS and MySQL and another language, Python, Java, anything, APIs. As Postman application, we can easily security tool, and also we can develop the stock trending application. By using this IDEs, we can develop the stock trending application. Then these are the references I will use and suggest the prepare the PPT. Then thank you for patience too. Hello.
Yes, Vinay.
Hello. Sir, can I move next topic, sir? Next task?
Yeah. Okay, you can.
Okay. Sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay. I am from Python Developer Group. My task 7 name is reading the CSV data and plotting the candlestick patterns in Python. So these are the agendas. First, introduction and reading the CSV data in Python. Then plotting the candlestick charts in Python. And examples of code workthrough, and example 1 and example 2 refer to plotting a basic candlestick gap, and example 2 is referred to moving the average and value of the charts. Then final one is conclusion. Then introduction. Candlestick charts are important in the stock market analysis because they are provide the clear cut and visual representation of the prices movement over a period of time. This chart is show the opening and closing prices as well as the highest and lowest prices, means high and low. Based on this symbol, we can use the stocks for a particular security within the given period of time. Then candlestick charts are useful in the stock market analysis for several reasons. There, first one is they provide a quick and intuitive way of the interrupt the price trends of the pattern. That means we can provide the quick and intuitive way. We can use the data in several ways, like any platform, and whether the buyer and sellers used to control in every way. Then these are the key metrics. By studying the means shape and length and what are the high value, what are the low value, this will be informed on the market trend. We can use that in the pattern. Then they provide a wealth information in the single chart. Then candlestick data is provide a lot of information in the single chart, including the opening and closing parameters and high and low parameters, and overall the trends of the market, whatever the trends that will be present in the all information are provided. The market in this way, you can easily use the traders and see the trade and market information of it is very important to decide the decision of the user. Hence, also they are flexible and can be used for the different type of the security. Candlestick charts can be used to analyze and visualize the stock and commodities and currencies and other type of the security, making them to visualizing tool to provide the trades. Then last one is they can also provide the conjunction. They can also provide the conjunction with conjunction with other technical analysis tools. Candlestick charts can be used to conjunction with the other technical analysis tools, such as moving the average and building the bonds and relatively strength indicators, get more competitive picture of the market and make the more information of the investment of the decision. Then reading the CSV data in Python. CSV means common separated values, and it is a plain text format for storing and exchanging the data. As the name is suggested, the data in the CSV file is organized in the rows and columns. with the each rows and representing a record, and each column is represented field of attribute. The value of each field of separated by delimiter. This is typically known as a commas, but is also sometimes used a semicolon and tab and other characteristics. Then CSV data is commonly used to data analyze for several reasons. What are the several reasons? It is a simple and widely recognized format. The CSV format is simple and understanding can be used to wide range of the software tool, making it popular to choose the data extent and storage. Overall, the CSV means it can use it to store the data, and we can use to store the data and easily get the information. And it is a lightweight tool and easy to manage. And also CSV file is the plain text file that can be easily edited and also is manipulated, and also user interface is very good. This by using some software tool. They're also relatively small size, and also it's easy to store and transfer to process. Then another two methods are, it is also competitive with a variety of the data analysis tools. Many of the data analysis tools such as the Excel and or Python have to build in libraries by using to fetch the CSV code. Then it can handle the large amount of data, and CSV file can handle the large amount of data, making them to ideal for data analysis tasks and involves a large amount of data sets. Reading the CSV data in Python, how to read? For example, import the pandas and PD. Then df, this will define the code, and PD that it will read. Pandas will be read by using the file name. So this is a CSV file name. Then plotting the candlestick charts in Python. How to plot the candlestick charts in Python? Import the MP files as MPL, and import the pandas as PD. Then read the CSV data into the pandas data frame object by using this method. df is equal to pd.read.csv, then files name.csv. Then plot the candlestick chart by using the mfile. This mfile that plot, this and define type equal to candle, then me is equal to 10 comma 20, then value is equal to either true or false value. This one is some of the object like df and type and move. Df is the pandas data frame object by using, and type is refers to that the type of the chart will be plotted in the candlestick, and mav is tuples into integer integrated is moving the average of the plotted. In this example, 10 days and 20 days moving the average of the plotted. And value means is the boolean value either true or false. It include indicated in the box. Then this code is provide the basic example how to read the CSV file and plot the candlesticks data. Then plotting the candlesticks data in the Python. Candlestick charts can be plotted using the MP Finance library, also known as the mfiles. MP Finance and candlestick log function is used to plot the candlestick charts. Example, import the MP files as mfiles, and MP files that mfile. These are the some objectives: df, type of the candles, and mav, and true value. For example one, this one is example one, plotting a basic candlestick charts. By using example one, is import the MP files and MPL, and import pandas as PD. Then reading the CSV data into the pandas data frame by fetch the information. Then convert the data column as a pandas data object by using data df is equal to data equal to pd dot data is equal to df dot date. Then set the data column as the index of the time frame. Either the arguments belongs to it's a true or false. Then plot the candlestick charts using the m files. The type is m file. This is the candlestick charts we have. Example 2, adding and moving the average of the volume of the chart. Then import MV file same, and pandas also we should have. Then reading the CSV data into pandas of the data frame. by using this one, by using of the pandas, just read the data or in the CSV file and convert the data value to the pandas in the data frame. Like df is equal to data, it converts to the data column to the pandas of the data time object and sets the date column as the index value. It will divide the like prices and value, it will be divided. Then plot the graph candlesticks chart moving the average and value. You can 10 days and 20 days, we can divide the two column, like for whatever the values will be included in 10 days and 20 days. By using values and prices, it will be divided. Then calculate the 10 days and 20 days moving the average using the single pandas. Pandas means you should include the all files, pandas and mv files, and whatever the data should be used, then import the data and convert the data column to the pandas data items, then set the data column as the index. Like we will use next, calculate the 10 days and 20 days moving the average of the pandas. That's df is equal to ma 20 and ma 10. Then then data frame object, then close, then rolling whatever the window size is equal to 10. Then plot the graph, candlestick graph moving the average by using the type of the data is candlestick and moving the 10 days and 20 days, it will be present. Then overall my conclusion is candlestick charts are useful tool for visualizing the financial data, and also pandas and files libraries make it easy to read the CSV data and plot the candlestick chart in the Python. So these are the my topics. Thank you.
So Vinay,
Hello.
are you done?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, Vinay. So I would like to say ki you have this thing of explaining things in quite
Okay.
elaborative manner. So that was a good point. And
Yes, sir.
I believe the flow was okay. You could have done better. Like when you started with reading CSV, so you could have
Okay, sir.
explained that what is CV in the first slide.
Yes, sir.
You kept it like in the third slide, I believe. And
Yes, sir. Sir.
you do miss that hook story part. So
Sir, what's it?
the hook story part, the hook story.
Oh,
So if
oh,
I'm,
yeah, yeah.
because I am new to this topic, so I want to know what exactly is CSV. Why am I
Oh, okay.
reading CSV and why am I plotting Candlestick?
Okay, sir.
So
Okay, sir.
yeah, so adding a hook story now will enhance your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
Okay.
you miss your Q&A slide. We
Oh,
should
okay,
have
sir.
your contact link, right? So if a GitHub or a Gmail link is better.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah, so you added your
Sir, like
conclusion
I will
slide.
upload the data in GitHub, then I share the link, sir.
Yeah, that link. Yeah, right.
Oh,
And
okay, sir.
your second presentation did not have your reference link from where you have
Oh,
collected all the data. In your first presentation, it was present, but it was
oh,
missing in your second presentation. And similarly, in your first presentation, you did not add your Q&A slide.
GitHub.
Yeah,
Oh,
GitHub
yes, sir.
Q&A slide. Yeah, so you should work on
Oh,
that.
okay.
And
Okay, sir.
comparatively, your second presentation was more elaborative. But when you did your first presentation, when you start, let's say, for example, when you delivered that HTA slide, okay, so you
Yes, sir.
directly jump on the topic. You fail to make us understand what is STA, right? You just
Okay, sir.
started with STA. So don't do that. Just first
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
elaborate your topic and then
Okay,
go
sir.
on actual topic, right? And then
Okay,
again,
sir.
hook story could have been added to your first presentation as well. So these are
Okay,
some
sir.
points you should work on, and
Okay,
this
sir.
will definitely add value to your presentations. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
and you will
Yes, sir.
definitely excel.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I
Sir,
hope you
actually, I
understand
have one
everything.
query. Okay, sir.
Yeah, come again.
I have one query, sir. Sir, actually, I am from Feb first job, sir.
Okay.
Feb first batch, sir.
Okay.
So now I completed 3 months, sir.
Okay.
I don't know my probation period is over or not.
So that part we'll discuss after this presentation session. Okay.
Oh, okay. After this
Okay.
presentation.
So
Okay, sir.
you were having your two presentations, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay then. So we'll move forward to our
Okay,
next
sir. Thank you.
candidate. Yeah. Thank you. Which is Bhavna Jha. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bhavna, you are audible and visible as well.
Yes, sir.
Can you please quickly tell me your topic for the presentation?
So my topic is doctor search website.
Okay. Yeah, it's scheduled. You can start.
Okay, sir. Is it visible, sir? Hello? Hello, sir?
Yes, yes, it's visible. You can continue.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Bhavna Jha. Currently, I'm pursuing my MCA from Patna Women's College. I joined this organization as full stack web development intern. So today, my presentation topic is to develop a doctor search website. So my today agenda would be uh, a brief introduction about the topic. What is this topic? What this website will do, and the key features of this website, and what are the tools that are used to design, used to build this website, and the demo of my demo of my presentation, and the references that I used to build this website, and the overall summary of this web page. So, moving on my topic. So nowadays, everything is online. We know that everything is online and digital. So it is very convenient for the people to click by the click of mouse. They get the result. They fetch the result through the uh, uh, internet. So this task is used for the user convenience to build a web page, to build a landing page for the users to search for the doctors that is present in their locality. So this web page is designed to search for a doctor that is available in our area. So it's take two things. The users search on the basis of two parameters. That is the area. First one is area, which the user live area. Like if I am living in Bangalore, so the I search for the doctors that is available in the Bangalore, and the type of the doctor means what are the speciality of the doctor. Is the doctor is surgeon and a dentist? These are the criteria. So these two criteria should be added. These two parameters we have to include in our web page. And when we include these all features, then we have to host our website in a platform where the domains or the users can visit our domains and search for the doctors. So this is the overall task that I created in this. So these are the different features that are used in this website. Design of this website is we have to create an user interface that is designed in Figma and exported code of UI design. We have to export our code by the help of Locofy AI, and to ability to take input from the web page. We take means the first one is the area and the type of the doctor. We take this input and we source the result now. So and third one is fourth one is to deploy, and we need a hosting website, that is web host, and we use the back database here, the MySQL database text. And then when we created a web services for our web page, then we have the service feature that we include in our web page. So firstly, mm, before we developing to the front end, before we de- mm, include it with the web page, we have to test our web services by using your Postman, and we can use jQuery to request the server, jQuery to manipulate the data and shows the result on the web page, and use PHP language for the backend, and lastly search and print list of doctor information from the database. So next thing is the tools that are used in our web page. The front-end tools, we have two tools, that front-end tools and the back-end tools. For the front-end tools, we use the Figma. Figma is simply a free designing prototype, tool, you can say that, prototyping tool that helps us to design the web pages. With the help of Figma, we can design our prototypes. And when the design will be developed, then with the help of Locofy AI, it is a plugin for the tools like Figma, for Adobe XD, and in this case, these are the tools where the Locofy AI used as plugins. So by using Locofy AI plugins, we can export our code in the form of HTML, CSS, JS. So jQuery and then jQuery provides, it's a very simple, fast and rich JavaScript library where we can make things like HTML, documents, transversal manipulation, event handling. These things, Ajax, are very simpler to understand with the help of jQuery. And we can use the PHP. For backend tools, we use PHP. PHP is a general purpose scripting language, especially suited for the web development. And the MySQL is an open source relational database management system. This is my Figma design that I designed for my web page. This is the design that I built. This is the head sections, and this is the service. This is the section where we have to search. This section is for finding the doctor specialty, and here this section is for area, and this search result in this section, these three easy steps, and get your solution. Here we get the output. Means when you type the speciality and the area of the doctor, by the clicking on the search event, it shows the result over here. Means with the doctor information, doctor image should be shown, and the doctor speciality will be shown, and the doctor information regarding the information will show in this section. So this is my Figma design. After creating my designing the prototype, we have to uh, use the plugins Locofy and exported our code, and then we create I use deploy our code in a website deployed in deployment website, that is the 000 web host, where I created my own web host, replying host. The name of my here it shows the name of my websites will be Bhavna Jha. This is the link for my website that first to create it. And after creating this website, I upload the code over here in goes to the file manager section of my website and upload the codes over here in the section public.html. In public.html, a folder bhav is formed, and in this folder I put it the doctor appointment the code in this web host. So then I create my database. So this is my database I created. Here the DB name, my database name is my database username and database host, that is local host. I created these database here. And after creating that, in this database, I created my database by the name that is doctor. I created doctor data. So in doctor, I created these informations, these columns, that is the ID of the doctor, doctor name, doctor category, doctor information, doctor image, and the doctor area. These columns are created under doctor table. The table, I created a table that is doctor. In doctor table, these are the columns that is required. So after that, when I created the database, now I have to check that these database, check the query that these information fetch successfully in our web page or not. So for that, I created a web service page in which I fetch all these doctor information and then shows on the front end page. So this is the web service page where which I created in this, where I took two parameters, that is search and area post requested, and store in the variable that is search param and search area. After that, I it said the use of it said over here is it's permit us means it's a function in PHP used to determine whether the variable is set or not. So is set function, after the creating of the variable, after the creating here the two parameters that fetch the result, after that this section, the post area to set the variable, and now we connect to the database. For connecting to our database, we need four things, that is host name, user, password, and database name. After the connection to the database, then connect to the database, we make a connection with the help of new MySQLi. I make a connection with with my database that I create. I shown in the previous slide that uh, these things will be required. So again, then write the SQL statement. I write this statement that I select doctor from the doctor table. I select doctor area and doctor category. So when we click on click on the button of the search section, it shows that the area and the two parameters over here. When we use it, and it shows the result over here. So in again, we execute this query. After that, we have a statement here to check if the doctor is available, then write while loop if we read all the doctors. Means here the result, uh, this section says that if the doctor is available, then the fetched information, these respected information should be shown. Means the doctor, whatever the doctor name, doctor emails, doctor information will be shown on the page. So fetched associated array here means in a array format, means in a particular format it shows all the information. And then sorry, here it shows these web services to test our postman, to check the postman services. So here we check if the result is fetched, then it says that the doctor faced successfully. If the result doesn't show, then it shows the result that the doctor not found. And if any other issues will be occurred, it shows that the bad query. So these web page will be checked in with the help of postman. Postman is an API platform for building and using APIs. With the help of the Postman, we can test the web services before connecting to the front end. Before we connected to the front end app, we have to check our services that it's working perfectly or not. Here in the Postman, the in which website that I hosted, this is the link over here. This is the link of my website, and we use the method post. And here the two key pair value will be used, that is search and area. In search and area, we should give the value of dentist and Bangalore. It shows the result. Here, this is a database where I used all the information of the doctor, and in this section it shows perfectly that yes, these doctor are found in this area. So this is the Postman. This is only the now this is all over about the Postman, about the web services to check. Now moving on the part that in this section, now it is only on the backend part. Now here, when we click on this search buttons, it has to show the result in this section. So the code for that, we create a so in service section first, I created these things. In service section, we know that in service section, we have to show the doctor's information. So this is the service section where we have to create it. This is the service section where we have to shows the doctor information. So in the index.html page, I have we have to get the ID to this section. That's why we can easily fetch the result by through this. So I created one another page, that is web services 1.php. Here the work will be same, but the difference is when we fetch the information, when we click on the search button, it shows the result with the information of the doctor image, uh, doctor information, doctor name, doctor image from the database. In the web services.php page, in the web services page, it shows the result on the postman part. But in this page, it shows the result on front end app. Front end in web services.php page, it shows the result on the backend part. Now it shows the result on the front end part. So for this, I use this section, and we have to input the input, that is the doctor type and the doctor area. For that, we have one more buttons, that is search buttons. For that, I use jQuery part. Here the jQuery part will shows here script document here script. Here this dollar function is used for, it will return the match element. If anything we want from our web page, it shows, it matches and shows the result. With the help of this selector, we can easily move on these web pages and get the result. So with the help of jQuery, here the document will be the variable for the web page, and ready function will load the web page. After loading the web page, we have to perform some event handler functions, that is click for some action. After clicking on the search button that is just shown in the Figma file, it shows the result, goes on the doctor type and doctor area and print the values. After printing the values, the postman here the where we call the post method, and the URL, that is what is did that the web services, that is search area and when we get search area and the doctor type, doctor specialty and area we get from the web services page, and it shows the response on the search section page in HTML, that these are the doctor information, these are the image of the doctor, these are the information regarding this doctor. So this is the part of jQuery, this is whole part of our code. Now I'm moving to my demonstration part. Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, yes, it's visible.
So this is the website where we have two input box, that is find your doctor, enter area. Here when we type that doctor specialty, that is dentist, and the area that is Bangalore. So it shows the result of fetching the result from the web page, and it shows the result database, and it shows the result that yes, these two doctors are found in this area. Again, if I search for,
I believe your demo part is not visible.
not visible, so
Yeah, your website is not visible.
one second. Now it is visible, sir.
Yes.
So when we search here for the doctor, one second, so this is the web page where if we here we type find your doctor, in this section we type the specialty of the doctor and the area, in which area you want to know about the doctor. So here we type the dentist and the Bangalore. So it shows the result regarding that. The doctor found in your area is this, means Dr. Prafula Bindra and Dr. Tejas Suresh Rao is found in your area. And again, if you search for general physician in Bangalore, it shows that these are the doctors found in your area. So this is the task that we have to design it. So these are the references that I use to build this website. That is Figma references, Locofy, the jQuery library, and the Postman API platform, and the free hosting, that is Zero Triple Web Host that I used for deployment of our code. So in conclusion, I want to say that By creating this website, I learned different tools. The different tools, like I never work on Figma. I don't know about Logofy, and I know about the web hosting part, but never deploy the code. So by creating this website, I learned a lots of new things, new tools, and the purpose of this website for the purpose of this website to help the people who are seeking for the doctors near them. So the purpose will be fulfilled from these by creating this web page, that whatever the area, whatever the doctor near us will be found through these websites. So thank you. This is my email ID and the website link for that uh, website, and the GitHub link for my project. And any questions, you can ask me. Thank you.
Okay, so Bhavna, is your presentation done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bhavna, your presentation now was well structured. Like you started from the introduction, you used what kind of tools you used in your presentation, and then you explained each one individually, and then
Yes.
your PPT formatting was good. Your demo part was decent, and I believe this presentation was perfect, kind of. Like it has
Okay.
everything a person wants to know to build a doctor's website, right? So you explained each and everything, which is a very, very good point. And I
Okay,
believe uh, that's all from my side, because this presentation was very good.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So moving forward, we have Abhimanyu Kumar. You can unmute yourself, Abhimanyu.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Can you please tell me your topic, Abhimanyu?
Uh, Cloud computing application in stock market investing.
Okay.
Sir, can I start?
Yes, go ahead.
So, good evening, everyone. Today, my topic of presentation is cloud computing application in stock market investing. I am from Cloud Computing Architect Group. These are the contents of my slide. First, we will go on through introduction, then key components, then two services of AWS, Data Exchange and SageMaker. Then we will see some screenshots, advantages, conclusion, and references. So, cloud-based investment platform. In current era, cloud computing has a very significant impact on traders and investors for conducting their businesses. Earlier, majority of stock transactions are done on robots, by robots. But in recent days, we are seeing that algorithmic trading solutions are have been emerged, and they are moving towards cloud. There are main two reasons behind it. First one is advantages provided by the cloud. As we all know, cloud provides various advantages such as security, time management, risk management, and cost effective. And other thing is that data. We can get like various data sets from cloud services, and we can perform, implement on them, and work on them. So moving further, we will know about key components of cloud investing platform. There are four key components. First one is algorithmic trading engine, in which various trading strategies are created, tested, and operated using historical and real-time data. Then second one is market data adapter. In this, we store all the data like historical and real-time data, and these data are then fed to algorithmic trading engine for like testing and operating on it. Then third is exchange or broker adapter. Like in stock market, everything like any actions are done by broker. So we need to connect through broker. So it will be done by exchange adapter and then data store. This provides a durable and secure data repository used by algorithmic trading engine. So here is a representations of key components. Algorithmic trading engine has strategy management, ML model management, instrument management, order management, positions or risk management, and then monitoring, job scheduling, analytics, reporting, and backtesting. So it is like all the actions are done on algorithmic trading engine. Then market data adapter contains the data which are fed to algorithmic trading engine. Then we talked about exchange or broker adapter, like trade executions, order notification, account management. And then there is data storage for storing all the data. So talking about AWS Data Exchange and SageMaker, these are the two main services which we will be using for platform. First one is AWS Data Exchange, which help us to get our data set. Like we have taken around 20 years, past 20 years data from AWS Data Exchange in this project. It offers more than 1,000 data products available from more than 80 qualified data provider in AWS marketplace. And data providers are Reuters, ADP, Crux Informatics, TSX Inc., and many more are there. And then talking about Amazon SageMaker, it is also a useful service which help us to build, train, and deploy machine learning models on cloud. It provides all the component used by machine learning in a single tool set. We get to a notebook instance and we can work on a machine learning model. So implementation detail. Mainly there are four basic steps to work on this platform. First one is we need to get the data. So we can get data by AWS Data Exchange. Then we need to work on that data. Like we need to have a, like there are various unuseful data are there. We need to work on them. And we need to create a table. For that, we need to use AWS Athena. And we need to then use AWS SageMaker for training and building ML model. And then for visualization of data, we will use AWS QuickSight for graphical representation. So here are some screenshots. It is a notebook instance, like it is a AWS SageMaker service of Amazon. Here, a notebook instance is created algorithmic trading instance. So you can see there is an action and open Jupyter. In this Jupyter file, all codes are there for this instance. So here is one sample, like we have taken from AWS Data Exchange. Then we need to work on these data sets. So I can show you the data set. Yeah. So we taken the data set from this one. It is provided by Alpha Vantage. It is a 20 years of end day stock data for top 10 US company by market cap. We uploaded these data sets on Amazon S3 for storing it. Like you can see, there are around 11 data sets. We need to make it on one data so that we can work on it. So using this code, we use that and created a separate data, which is JNJ, and we stored it into a his data daily folder. And you can see a jnj.csv file is created here. This is the screenshot for dataset I showed. Cloud formation. So, like we are using various services of AWS, like around 5 or 6 services we are using, S3, SageMaker, Data Exchange, Athena. So we need to integrate all these services. For that, we need to use AWS CloudFormation, where we need to create a stack. I created a stack named Algo Trading, and we need to deploy a template. Template was provided to us by the Veda, and it is in a YAML format. Uh, Here is the template which contains all the rules, like what all the services have, like authorization to what to do or what not to do. Like you can see, all the services are named here. And moving further, after creating a stack, we can now integrate all the services, and like S3 can be connected to Athena. Like on S3, we deployed our data set, but we need to work on that data set. So using Athena, we worked on those data sets. Then coming to AWS QuickSight, it is used for visualizing our data. Like after we worked on data in Athena, we can use QuickSight and link to QuickSight with Athena to visualize those data sets. So we can visualize our data by various methods. There are like graphs, bar graph, pie chart. Uh, According to our ease, we can visualize the data. So jnj.csv file dataset is uploaded here. Uh, Talking further about advantages, there are many advantages. We are using cloud for our investing platform. I have included 3 advantages here: speed of trading, data and analytics need, and security. Like trading is we need speed. So cloud provide that uh, by like amount of data that needs to be processed, and AWS product can vary of the for the individual component. Then as we see that we are using ML models so that we can train, build, and deploy those data. So using AWS, we can use data sets from Amazon S3, and then we can integrate with other services like Athena, QuickSight for analytic purpose. Talking about security, 2 services like AWS IAM and AWS KMS can be used for encrypting and segregation of data. There are various other advantages also, like scalability is there. We can scale low or up the data. Then we can also, there is cost pay as you go service. We can like whatever service we use, we have to pay for that only, and what for whatever time we will use, then only we have to pay. So conclusion, in this project we have seen that how easily we can import trading data to S3, and we can run analysis using Athena and backtest trading strategy using SageMaker notebook instance. It also help us in integrating all the services of Amazon's. And we have seen that we have used AWS Data Exchange for data set, and Jupyter Notebook is used by Amazon SageMaker. We can replace or update that notebook as per our ease. These are the references of my project. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you, sir. I'm done.
Okay,
Sir,
Abhimanyu, is it
sir,
done?
there is no demo because I have to delete all the files because of cost problem. Yes, sir,
Okay, so it got like increased day by day.
yes, sir. With time, it gets increases. Uh,
Acha, okay. Okay.
we have free tire, but due to
Mhm.
past projects, it has ended.
Okay, so Abhimanyu, your flow was good. and you started with a good introduction, and then you added your all the snippets which was necessary,
Yes, sir.
and there was this good communication. Like you explained your topic very well, and I will say it was a good presentation, and that's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So next we have Aditya Konnur. You can unmute Aditya.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you're
My
audible.
task was to perform candlestick plotting on Bank of Baroda dataset and pre-processing. So can I
Okay.
share my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Let me just check. Can you please tell me your topic again?
Pre-processing Bank of Baroda dataset as well as plotting a candlestick plot on the dataset.
It says here collecting historical stock market data from Alpha Vintage.
Actually, that presentation is done. It was overseen by Yash Upadhyay himself, and
Okay.
it was also scored already. I think
Okay.
there is a technical glitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can start.
Yeah, okay. So my task is uh, reprocessing the data and plotting a candlestick on the Bank of Baroda dataset, which was provided through mail to me. I can show the dataset itself. This is what the dataset looks like. There is a date column. There is a open, high, low, close, volume. These are the columns used to plot the candlestick plot. And this is an index which we need to remove. Actually, we need to put date as the index. Objective, the contents in this presentation would be objective, introduction, program overview, candlestick, pattern, code, conclusion, the reference links, and Q&A session. The objectives for this task was to demonstrate how to read the actual CSV file, which was provided to me. Then show how to pre-process the financial data. The pre-processing, of course, includes removing all the null values and including some extra columns which are needed in stock data prediction. Then showcasing how to create a candlestick plot using the provided data. Then encourage audience to use Python for financial analysis and visualization. The introduction. First point is Bank of Baroda. The Bank of Baroda is a prominent Indian multinational banking and financial service company. Actually, you would have heard about it. Then in this presentation, we will be exploring how to pre-process the data set and the stock price data set using Python. Then which can be used for various purposes such as trend analysis and decision making in investments through stock data prediction. Then program overview. The program would contain the following steps: downloading the dataset, then import necessary libraries and read the CSV file into a pandas data frame. Then pre-process the data. The pre-processing includes computing the following columns: returns, rolling mean, volatility, momentum, relative strength index, and etc. Then find and deal with all the null values. Create a candlestick plot using plot ly. Using plot ly is compulsory because it was provided in the mail itself. It said it in the mail. Then save the plot as an interactive HTML file so that we can interact with the plot which is made through stock data. This is a sample data set. This column here is we don't need it actually. It is unnamed random index numbers which we don't need. We need to put the date as the index. According to the date, we will plot everything. and there may be null values in between here and there. The open, high, low, close volume columns may have null values. Null values being there is nothing, no value in the following cell there. Then we come to importing necessary libraries. I imported the following libraries. First one is pandas. Pandas is used for reading and manipulating data in tabular format. Then numpy is used for mathematical operations on arrays and matrices. Plotly.graph objects is another imported library here, which is used to produce interactive visualizations. Here it is used to produce an interactive candlestick chart. Then pre-processing. Pre-processing includes the loading the dataset into pandas data frame using read CSV. Then drop any unwanted columns such as an index column as shown above. Convert the date column to a date time object using pd.toDateTime. Then set the date column as the index for the data frame using setIndex. As you can see here, the date column has been converted to date time. Then I have set the date as the index for the data set. Then using df.head, I have gotten the above sample data set. Then computing the returns column using PCT change, rolling mean using rolling and mean, volatility column using rolling, standard and np.square root, momentum column using shift, relative strength index, RSI using the change in price, gain and loss columns, and rolling and mean. So I'll be explaining all these in the further slides. Then we'll be checking for missing values and drop any columns with more than 60% null values. Sorry, I think my laptop's battery is low. I need to plug it in for charging. Just a minute. This is the code for finding out null values in the columns. The null values are included in these columns: returns, SMA 50s, volatility, momentum, and RSI. Then returns is the column in which it shows the percentage change in the value of a stock over a particular period of time. Then rolling mean is the average of a stock prices over a specified time period, which helps to smooth out short-term fluctuations and identify long-term trends. Then we calculate volatility, and volatility is the statistical measure of the degree of variation of returns for the given stock data. The relative strength index, that is RSI, is a technical indicator used in analysis of financial markets. It actually measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought or oversold conditions according to the given data set, which is a very good asset in calculating stock market data. These are the columns. Basically, these are null values because the open, close, volume, and other columns give these values. Here is the pre-processed data, entire pre-processed data. Then candlestick plot. We come to candlestick plot. Candlestick plot, we plot it using this code here, using dot figure of the plot.ly library. It forms the candlestick patterns, and you can actually interact with it, which I will show in the further demonstration. Then converting that plot to HTML file, interactive HTML file. We do it using dot write HTML, and the file name we want to give. the HTML file will be demonstrated during the demonstration of code itself. Then what candlestick pattern is? A candlestick plot is a type of financial chart used to represent the price movements of an asset. It displays opening, closing, high and low prices of the asset in a visually appealing way that helps the traders to identify the trends. I'll be showing how the candlestick plot works. Usage of the candlestick plot is it helps traders to identify trends and make informed decisions about when to buy or sell the stocks. It is used in technical analysis to study patterns, trends, and price movements of stocks, currencies, and other financial instruments as well. So here is a candlestick plot. This is what it looks like. It is according to the date and the stock price. A candlestick pattern actually represent it is actually the most used in stock price prediction and stock data visualizations, because it visualizes high price, open price, close price, low price, and the volume itself in one graph itself. In a single graph, it represents all these values. Then we come to code. The code is as follows. Here I have imported, I have actually installed the plot.ly library first. Then I imported pandas library, numpy library, then plot.ly.graph objects, which we need to plot the candlestick plot, candlestick pattern. Then we read the CSV file, that is a data set using .read CSV. CSV is the comma separated values. That is the data is stored in comma separated format. Then df.head, it gives the sample of the data set, first 10 records of the data set. Then I set the date as the index rather than the first column here, the unnamed column, which we don't need actually. Date is set as the index. Then it is converted to date time format. Then we computed the returns through open, high, low, close volume columns. Then rolling mean. Then we computed volatility. Then we computed the momentum. Then we computed RSI through the given data. Then here we are checking for null values through .isNull code here. It actually gives you how much values are present in each column or each record. Here we drop the 60%. We drop the values where there are null values more than 60%. Then we come to the candlestick plot itself. We use the dot figure code here to plot the candlestick pattern. These are all the attributes used for feeding the information in. That is open column and high column, low column, close column. We use this to feed this to the plot. Then we customize it through giving it title, Bank of Baroda stock price. Then we give name to the x-axis, that is date, price, date, and the y-axis price. Then we use this code to customize the colors and other things. So let me run it. So you can see here the graph has been plotted. You can actually interact with the graph. You can zoom in to see the candlestick patterns inside the graph. Then dot write HTML is used to convert the above graph into HTML format. So this is the HTML file which has been created. You can see here we can interact with the graph itself. You can zoom into a given date and you can see the stock prices here accordingly. And the prepared HTML file is saved in the same path as the notebook itself, Anaconda notebook itself. Then we come to conclusion. The conclusion here is the above program demonstrated how to read, pre-process, and visualize the stock data from the Bank of Baroda using Python. The computation of various technical indicators such as rolling mean, volatility, momentum, and RSI can provide further insights into the stock's behavior, which was done in the pre-processing itself. Overall, this program serves as a valuable resource for anyone interested in analyzing stock data and making data-driven investments in investment decisions. So these are the reference links. This is the link for downloading the dataset itself. And these are some wonderful YouTube videos which I used for programming the above script. Q&A session. You can ask any and all questions regarding implementation or results. And then thank you. This is my email if you want to contact me. I am actually active on Google Mail very frequently. Thank you very much.
Aditya, this is Yash. I believe you are taking the questions, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So can you tell me some other plots that can be used for to get the meaningful data from this data set?
Actually, you can plot single line graphs for each of them to like descriptively analyze the closing, the opening, volume, and etc. But actually, the most used is candlestick pattern itself for stock market prediction. As I have shown in the above presentation here, it is the most suitable for this task, which shows high price, open price, volume itself, then close price, low price, etc. That's it.
Yeah. So see, now things are more clear. Okay. So just a quick review. So when you are giving a presentation on data analytics, so try
Okay.
to explain the graphs more clearly, and always, so when you are explaining a graph, you don't actually focus too much on the result, but focus more on how to read the graphs. So try to make your audience understand how to read that graph and then convey your results. So it will make it much easier for them to understand and much easier for you to actually explain it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why I asked if there are any other plots that can be used, because the candlestick didn't really make sense to me. Okay. I think it can be more explained it more well. You can explain it more well. Okay.
Okay.
And other than that, when we have a projects like this where we are plotting something, like we are actually exploring something, we don't really know where we will end up after the exploration, right? Because we are just given the data set and we are told to do the exploration part and plot the candlestick, right? So
Yes.
in other projects where we actually have a software, we can say that this is the project that will give us stock market for a company, and then we can compare it. So we know, and then the story, it starts building from there onwards. So, okay, but this kind of presentation are really hard to do because we don't know where we will end up. So always I would recommend, when you are explaining it, so try to explain it so that Suppose you are removing the null values. Okay, so try to explain why we actually need to remove the null values. And this is important because most of the people who are actually listening to you, they are not from the data analytics teams, so they really want to know why we are actually removing it, why we are not like changing it to not applicable or something. So what is the impact of those null values? Okay, so you can touch on these topics, and other than that, I believe it was a really well done presentation. You explained everything very clearly, but I believe from the story point of view, you could have been more informative with respect to like explaining things to non-data analytics teams. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Saurabh, you can continue.
Yeah, so sir, those were very valuable pointers that sir gave to you. And since I'm new to this topic, I would like to ask you, what's SMA 50?
It is actually a variable name. Actually, it is given to a rolling mean, which is a column, which is an important column used for stock price prediction.
So, and what's RSI?
RSI is RSI here is it is shown here. RSI is a relative strength index, which actually gives you a measure for how the recent price have changed drastically or have not changed at all.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, these terms were mentioned in your PPT slides. So I thought, and you didn't explain them. So I thought I should ask. So yeah,
Okay.
as sir told, the flow was very good, and you explained very clearly every topic, and you did show us the demo part, which was nice about this presentation. A live demo is very important, and I would say the way you present things, na, it's actually nice. So that's a very plus point about you, and the formatting part was good as well, and you include everything in your slides, and yeah, that's all from my side as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I will try to improve on my like weak points.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So moving on forward, next we have Shreya Rakshit with us. You can unmute yourself. And please tell me your topic name, Shreya.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Just a minute. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. So it's still not visible. Can you just stop and then again share?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Right. So actually, it's buffering.
Okay. So if you are having internet problems, then I will like to continue, like get it sorted till then, because it's taking too much time. No?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So we move forward. And we have Neeraj Somwani with us. You can unmute yourself, Neeraj.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
It's Vinay from Python Web Development Group. So, and my topic is Python Web Frameworks.
Python Web Frameworks.
Yes, sir. There is a glitch in the. I was supposed to the schedule for Python Web Framework, but it was for presenting for Django.
Okay.
There is a presentation link glitch.
Okay. So can you just,
present?
yeah, just share your screen.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Not yet. It's visible now.
So, sir, my topic is Python Web Frameworks, sir. So, here are some contents which I present for these presentations. So the introduction part. So as we all know, the Python is a very popular programming language for creating a web frameworks, and there are a lot of frameworks in the market. So the developers are a little bit confused, and they are confused for which framework they are choose for their web applications in Python. So in order to choose the best framework, we will compare all the frameworks appropriately for the project, like Django, Flask, and Fast API. All of these three. So and at the end of this presentations, we will know all about these frameworks, which I will present to you. So first one is Django. So Django is used for high-level web frameworks. It is used MVC, MVC architecture patterns. It provides a robust set of tools and libraries for building a complex web application. So Django is a main strength, which means that it comes with the web applications out of box. It presents uh, it will give a structure of a web pages. So the developer can easily insert their data and database and manipulate them. So second is Flask. So Flask is a microservice web architecture. For it is used for minimalistic web applications. Um, and Flask main strength is to rely on simplicity and flexibility. It allows developers to choose any or choose only the component they need, making it easy to customize and extend. Flask is also known for excellent documentations and large community support. Then Django. And the other is a Fast API. The Fast API is a modern web framework that allows the synchronous programming paradigm. Synchronous means it can handle the multiple, it can load the multiple websites and applications at the same time. So Fast API main strength lies on the speed and easy to use. It uses the latest technologies such as annotations and the await syntax to provide auto generation API document and validations. And however, fast API asynchronous programming model can also be helped to weakness of some project. It is not familiar with synchronized programming. It can also be changing and learn and debug. So next is the comparison between all these three frameworks. So as a developer, which framework we have to choose for our web applications? If you have to make a large application with a lot of templates and structures in this, so we can use for Django because it provides a data complexity, complex data models, and authentication to the developers. And if you have to make a minimal applications as a simple applications, so we can use the Flask API. In Flask there is no ORM supports and not that much flexibility. But if you have to make the synchronized web programming, so we can use the Fast API. It is the best option for it. So we can choose unlimited is the best way to choose the The right Python web framework for the project is to evaluate each framework feature, strength, weakness, and against your project's requirement. And also consider the availability of third-party extensions and community support for each of the framework. So easy to use and learning to code. As three of them are very useful, but there are some Django is little bit hard to learn because there is lot of files and directories you can explore to explore which we can store the file and how to use it. And where the Flask is easy to use, Flask and FastAPI is easy to use because there are a very less complex structure of data and lightweighted and easy to learn. Then scalability and performance. So Django is known for its scalability and can handle large scale applications with easy as. However, it may not be the best choice for smaller projects due to the size and complexity. Flask is lightweighted and fast, making it ideal for smaller and medium sized projects. And FastAPI is designed for high performance and can be handle a large scale application with ease. It is easy to asynchronous programming and built-in top and Scarlet at a high program ASGI framework. Security features. So Django has a strong focus on security, provides several built-in features such as password hashings and cross-site scripting protections and CSRF protection. Flask does not provide built-in security features, but as a developer, you can implement your own security measures and security measures. And FastAPI provides several built-in security features such as OAuth2 authentication, JWT tokens, and tokens authentication and rate limiting. And community support. So as the Django has a very large community support and they have vast numbers of libraries and plugins available. And little bit less, the Flask also has a large community, but many plugins available, but not as many as Django. And a faster API is never a newer framework, but it gained a popularity quickly as it grown community with several plugins available. So database support and ORM template engines and front-end integrations. So in Django, the built-in support for several databases include MySQL, SQLite. It has also include the ORM mapping, which is a manipulation, which is used for manipulations of data in Django. And it is and in Flask supports several databases but does not include an ORM tools. And FastAPI supports several databases and not include the optional ORM tools called Tortoise ORMs. But in Flask API, you can use database as you can import as a SQL alchemy to use the database in the Flask. So as we want to conclude this, I have to say that the web frameworks the developer want to choose among these Django, Flask, and FastAPI. The web frameworks, the Python developer that can different feature, strength, and weakness. By evaluating each framework against the project requirement, we will able to make informed decision about which one of use. And remember to consider availability of third-party extension and community support when making your decision with the right Python web framework. So for all of these three frameworks, I choose Flask for making an web application. So I will show it. So there is a code of my Flask web applications. This is a simple to-do application because of Flask supports a minimalistics projects, and that's why I suggest I use this project. So in the first line, it says that we import Flask and render templates and request and redirect and for URLs. Here we have name of our application to do's. First we have app.route. So we can have a home page where we have render template index.html where we have store our HTML code which show to the users. And second, we have add methods and functions. So we can add different title of our title, descriptions, and date, and to do which and we have to append to do's. So whenever the user enter the data and the to do's, the task we have append the list. Second, we have to delete some tasks if the user completed a task. So we use app.route delete methods, and we use in the spot method. The HTML part of this project is in HTML we use a bootstrap to include our HTML code, where we use the bootstrap files, and from action we use and we sync with the URL which we import in the Flask. This URL, and this is what we are inserting in HTML part of our project. Here we insert all numbers, titles, and descriptions and date of our task which we are doing there. So here is the task. So here is my Flask applications which represent the to-do list. So here we define some projects, title of our to-do, some Java project, our descriptions, and the date of due when we have to submit that task. And here we add, so it can be implemented there. And if we wanted to delete, we can delete and just remove from the list. So sir, here is my all presentations. So if you have some questions or anything.
So is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Neeraj, I believe you have gathered so many contents, right? So it would be nice, na, ki if you add just a reference slide from where you gather all this content, right? So your reference slide is missing, and then as you said there, ki if you have any questions, so you know that yeah, if we want to ask a question, there should be a Q&A slide, including your GitHub link, and so these are like the basic uh, things about a presentation.
Okay, sir.
I believe this is not your first presentation, right?
Sir, there is a first presentation I have presented earlier, but it was not done by me because
Okay.
of some reason.
Okay. And see, the thing is, so since you have gathered so many data, right, and you want to explain them all,
Yes,
so
sir.
instead of just adding so many paragraphs, just add a few lines, a few gist pointers, and then explain them individually, na? So that will be more in a structured manner
Okay, I
rather
will
than
just
just
remember this.
okay. Just give me a second.
Okay, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, is there any problem with the presentations?
Yeah, so I was asking ki, is this his first presentation, because he's saying he hasn't given any of his presentation before.
Okay. So, can you tell me how are you from which batch?
Sir, sir, January batch.
Sorry.
Sir, Python, and from January I am starting here work.
Okay. So, how many presentation have you given?
Sir, I have scheduled my two presentations, but somehow some reasons I have cancelled it. But I informed Devanshu sir, so I have not presenting my presentations because of reasons. So that's why.
Okay. So, you have informed Devanshu sir, right?
Yes, sir, I have informed Devanshu sir.
Then there is no issue. You can continue.
Okay.
Oh,
So, sir,
Yes, sir.
okay.
this is all
Okay.
from my side.
Okay. So just please consider the points which I mentioned before,
Yes,
and
sir. I will.
yeah, you need to improve a lot. Okay, the demo was good. You explained your backend part and then the front end part. The demo was nice. You just need to work upon your formatting part. Okay, so just don't
Okay.
add too many lines or paragraphs in a single slide, and you can improve. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, sure. So next we have, okay, we again have Shreya, Rakshit. Okay, just a second. I'll unmute you. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
So am I visible and audible?
Yeah, yeah, both are
Yes.
working now.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So is it visible now?
Yeah, your screen is visible now.
Okay, so
Tell me your topic name.
the doctor search website.
Okay.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Shreya Rakshit. I am from IIT ISM Dhanbad and I am from Full Stack Web Development Group. I will be presenting today my task number 3, that is doctor search website. So let's begin with a brief introduction about my task. Doctor search website is built to facilitate searching a doctor by its specialization and location. We can provide these two parameters as inputs and can display the list of doctors belonging to that location and specialization. This website consists of 3 parts: front end, database, and web service. In the front end part, we will use HTML, CSS, etc. And in the web service part, we are using PHP, and for database, we are using MySQL. So the working procedure is like that. In the front end part, we are specifying the things we will be displaying in the screen of the landing page of the website, and in the database we will store the all the data of the about the doctors, and the web service will be used to access the database and fetch out the data for displaying them on the website. The next part is steps to build a website. The first step is prototyping and design the website, and the next one is exporting the code in HTML and CSS. These two parts are for the front end part, and we'll be discussing this one. The next one is setting up a database and adding data to the database. In the database, we will store the all the data about the doctors, and this is the second part. The next part is writing a web service to access the database. The web service will access the database and process the data, and the processed data will be displayed in the website. The next one is merging the front end and the backend part. We will use the jQuery request from the HTML file to the web service to work it as a whole program. So let's begin with the first part, which is front end. The front end part of any website controls its display on to the users. It mainly consists of 3 components: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML describes the structure of a web page. It consists of a series of elements that tell the browser how to display the content. The next is CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen, now its style, its formatting, etc. It saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. We can use external style sheets for that purpose, and also we can use JavaScript in our front end part to make a website responsive as well as interactive. So in this particular case, we are using Figma to design and prototype the front end part, and we will export the codes in form of HTML, CSS, or React using a plugin named Locofy. So to use Figma, at first we need to choose a design and import it to Figma. After that, we will make a similar design by taking the measurements accurately and choosing the elements properly. We need to choose the frame dimension as desktop 440 into 124. Otherwise, it will be too large or too small. That will not look nice. And from this link, we can download the Figma app, and after we can use it. Here is the example. This is the prototype I used, and these two, and I designed this website using Figma, and afterwards I exported the code to after that, after exporting, I modified the code to some extent to make it more convenient. So the next part is database. A database is organized information stored in a dedicated system. To process the data stored in the system, to process the data stored in the system, the role of the database management system comes into the picture. Here we are using MySQL, and we can store data in the form of tables inside a database. Database content can be accessed and updated using SQL statements. Here we are mentioning some of the important SQL statements, that is select from a database, update to update a database, delete to delete a part of a database, insert new data to the database, create a new database, update a new database, create a new table in the database, update a new table in the database, delete a table from the database, create index. Index means a key, a search key, and drop a index. Here is the two examples of the SQL statements. Select, here we have not mentioned any parameters, so all of the data which is stored in the customers table will be displayed, and here we will delete the whole table. So this is my database data. We are using 20 doctors and their information, their area, their image, and their category, that will be displayed when it will be wanted. So the next point is PHP. So up to that, we have seen how to make the front end part and how to store the data in a database. So the next one is web service part, which will give the SQL statement to fetch out the data from the database. So PHP is an acronym for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is a widely used open source scripting language. Scripts are executed on the servers, and it is free to download and use as well. So now, how PHP works. Basically, at first we will provide the password, username, host, etc. of the database, and then we will connect the PHP web service to the database. And after that, it will pass some SQL statements to access the database in a predefined format. Like we will give some input. Based upon that inputs, it will access the database and fetch out the data. After fetching out the data, it will process the data, and only in the required format it will send it back to the HTML document. Now the question is how it will get the inputs which we are providing in the website and in the front end part basically, and how it will send it back to the website. So this part is our next discussion. This is worked through jQuery, which we will discuss in the next part. Uh, Before that, we can use Postman Canary to check if the web service is working fine or not before connecting it to the front end part. This is the Postman Canary website, Postman Canary page. Here we are searching for general physician and Dhanbad. So this is the output. This is basically a HTML code, so it will not be much relevant here. It will if we present it in the Chrome browser or any other browser, then it will be meaningful. So the last part is jQuery. jQuery is basically a JavaScript library. It is the lightweight, write-less, do more JavaScript library. Means it makes the JavaScript code much little, and a lot of common tasks that require many lines of JavaScript code to accomplish. It wraps them into methods that you can call with a single line of code. That's why we are using jQuery here. Basically we are using this here for sending the post request to the PHP document, and HTML event methods and HTML DOM manipulation. We can use it for CSS manipulation as well. So after using the 000 web host platform, we have uploaded all the necessary files here. Like this is the HTML and CSS file we have made through Figma, and this is the web service.php file, and it will work fine after connecting all the parts. So before that, we will look into the codes. So is it visible? The code part.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so at first we will talk about the HTML file. We have used Figma and Locofy to export the codes in HTML and CSS. After that, we have used the web service.php file to access the database. So I will mainly explain the web service part here. So it is basically taking two inputs, search and area. We are giving through the jQuery. The jQuery we will discuss later. So I have hidden the password and username parts to make some privacy. Uh, So first, the PHP document will make a connection with the database. We are providing the host name, username, password, etc. After that, it will pass a SQL statement. So the database table name is doctors table, from where we will match the doctor area with this search area, and doctor category we will match with this search parameter. And after that, when we are finding a match, then we will save it in the result. After getting the result, we will process the data. So if we are number of rows is greater than 0, that means we are getting some result, and this one is for if we are getting no doctor. So we will fetch the doctors one by one and save their ID, doctor name, doctor information, doctor category, doctor area, doctor image, and add it into the HTML code that we will send back to the HTML document. And X is basically counting the number of doctor to display it in the screen. If if X is equal to 1, we will write one doctor found in the area. In other case, we will use doctors. For one, we will use doctor. For this case, I made this variable, and otherwise it will present no doctor found in it area. And after that, doctor data will be merged with data. Doctor data contains all the details of the doctor, these codes cumulatively, and after that the data will be sent back to the front end part. So next we will see the jQuery part. So this is our jQuery part. To use jQuery, we need to first add the jQuery CDN to the head part. Afterwards, we will write it inside the script tag. So whenever the document will be ready, this function will start to work. When we will we'll click on the S button. S button is the ID that is basically used to identify the search button. When we'll click on it, the two parameters we are giving on input 1 and input 2, this will be stored in doctor type and doctor area. Now we will send a request to webservice.php with those parameters, doctor type and doctor area. And when we will get the response, we will replace the whole HTML content of the document with response. So that's how this website basically works. Now we'll see the demo part. So this is my website. This is the title part. This is the main input part, and this is the description part, and afterwards these two parts. So we will give the inputs using this. So here we are getting 6 doctors found in your area. Their details are also displayed, their image, their name, their category, their description, and their area. So that's how my website basically works. Here I have attached the output also in the PPT itself. So here are some of the references I have used to make this website. Thank you. You may ask if you have any query.
So Shreya, is it done?
Yes, sir, it is done.
Can you please show me your demo part?
So website itself.
Yeah, the website.
Yes, sir, this one.
Yeah, so can you just enter to the parameters like category and area?
General and Dhanbad. Now you are clicking on the search doctors.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, so the results are fetched on another page, on the
Yes,
same
sir.
page. Okay,
So on the same page, but I am replacing the whole HTML document, so the first part will not be visible here.
Acha, okay, okay. So instead, you could have displayed the results in a horizontal manner, no? Instead of displaying it in
Yes,
vertical.
sir. Yes, sir. I have choose this matter, this manner. I can also do that on that manner. I will try
Yeah.
it. That.
Okay, so Shreya, your flow was nice, I would
Yes, sir.
say, and the PPT. I would like to add some point about PPT. See, you add too much lines in the single slide. So instead of
Okay,
using
sir.
those, you can just add a flowchart, no? And then explain them. So a
Okay, sir.
flowchart will be much easy to grasp from the viewer's point of view, right? So
Okay, sir.
just a second, we have yes sir. I think we have some doubts. Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
can you run your can you add some other input and show me the code?
So I have basically used the doctors from Kolkata and Dhanbad.
No
So
need to explain, just add the input. Say how
okay, sir.
many areas you have.
So Dhanbad and Kolkata.
So can you search for Kolkata only?
Okay, sir. So in this parameter.
It is up to you.
Okay, sir. Mm. So this is the result. Hello, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got actually muted. So is it coming on a next page?
No, sir. This is the same page, but I am replacing the whole HTML content. That's why the whole display has been changed.
Can you tell me why is that?
So what?
But we told you to show the code in a new element or replace the already existing element if possible. But it should be in
Sir,
the
that
same
was
page.
not clearly mentioned in the instruction. I have done it
It
in
is
my own
mentioned in
manner.
the video.
Yes, sir. But that was the reference. I have done it in.
You actually need to create it like that only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So if is it possible for you to do that?
Yes, sir. I can do that and submit it by tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
No, you don't have to submit it. I'm just asking you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
I
can
can do
you
that.
tell me, say, I want all of this doctor's list in a card view. So can you tell me
So,
how you will do it?
okay. So here I have changed the content of whole tag. The whole tag means
Sorry, I
the
believe
whole
you
body part.
didn't get my question. I'm asking you, say, I have one doctor. To show me your browser.
One doctor only.
Yeah. So say Doctor Hirak. Okay. So
Okay,
his
sir.
data is you can see the background color is, I believe, gray, and then there is image, name, and info, right? And then we have
Okay, sir.
another doctor with the same background, but there is a white background separating them, right?
Yes, sir.
So for one doctor, say I want it in a card view.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so can you tell me how you can do that? But
So,
I don't want entire width to take, entire width to take the gray color. I want only a card, say 50% or
so
100%.
I can make a div, and after that I will specify the style, background color.
So can you be more specific about the style?
So what?
The style sheet. Can you be more
Okay.
specific on what?
So so here we can write style, background color. I will mention, and I can specify the width also.
Okay, so width will be one, and then for the second one, you can also specify the width.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me how you can get all
So
of them
display
in a
will be
same?
flex, and then we'll specify the flex direction as well.
Okay, so can you be more specific on the flex direction?
So flex direction will be horizontal.
Okay. Say I have like 8 or 9, then how will you do it? Will you go for overflow scroll or next line?
So I'll go for overflow auto.
Okay, overflow auto or in Y direction?
So you were asking for horizontal display, right?
Yeah. So which direction will it be?
So it will be X direction. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
so see, you know what you need to do, so you don't have to give the updated project. Okay, you can
Okay,
keep
sir.
this.
Thank
Not an issue. Okay, yeah, Saurabh, please take over.
Okay, so as I said earlier, he just add a flowchart and then just explain them individually. So you don't have to add so many text in a single slide, and
Okay,
it
sir.
will be much more easy to grasp, right? So
Yes, sir.
I believe you had this Q&A slide and then the thank you slide, but it did miss your GitHub link and contact info. So you can add
Okay,
them.
sir. I wrote the email ID on the first page itself, so I didn't
It's
write it
okay.
first.
Okay, but you should mention them at the end,
Okay,
right?
sir.
And a conclusion part will be good, right? So
Okay, sir.
yeah, add a good conclusion slide as well. And your demo was nice, decent, I believe. And yeah, that's all from my side. You can mute yourself now. Okay, so people, as
Thank you,
we
sir.
know, it's past 9 p.m. now. So all the presenters whose presentation is remaining, you can join tomorrow at the same time, 7 to 9 p.m. for your Scrum meeting, and give your presentations tomorrow. We'll have to stop now. Thank you.